that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
On first down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Moore, the motion man. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Watson on third down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Oh, good move. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's the type of run we expect out of Taylor. We all remember his all-pro season in 2021, leading the league in yards and touchdowns. Not quite those heights in 2022 when he missed time with an injury, but in only 11 games, still reached nearly 900 yards. When he's healthy, tough to find a better runner in the league.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Mike Ford in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. 2nd down, here's Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Richardson looking to throw. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 22 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, 41 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. This is Jakeem Grant. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Watson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, look at the juke. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. So much of this game is focus and concentration, and whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Myles Garrett, the all-pro defensive end, there on the stop. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Richardson shotgun on third down, and that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Grant sets to return it. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. And the Browns getting set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Finding Nick Chubb on the slant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Watson now to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Cade York on now for the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They give it off here to the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gay's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off of play action, it's Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Watson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Samson Abukum able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Richardson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Richardson on 3rd and short. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st down, it's Watson. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the gun, here's Watson. That pass complete to Moore. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Watson to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now 2nd and 4. To throw, Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Here's 1st down. Now Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
45 ticks remain as they come up on a 2nd down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.